Hello, welcome back to the Christian Diaries. Let's get into it, y'all, because it has been a hot minute since I have made one of these videos under my little playlist, and I just wanted to really tell you guys what it is, because I think back in 2-3 years ago when I thought of this idea, I didn't really even know what I was trying to say, but now that I'm older and I look back and I'm like, you know what, I should start posting these again, because I feel honestly for me they were really helpful, and I know that it can possibly be helpful for someone else. So this is just a reintroduction to this little playlist that I created. So let me take you guys back. When I really gave my life to God in high school, that was a really interesting time. The high school that I went to, I'm not saying people weren't Christian, but at least in my school, I feel you really didn't see people talking about God and posting about God, and that's what I started to do when I gave my life to God. I was professing the goodness of Jesus. In my junior and senior year, there was definitely some people that weren't for the Jesus inside of me, and I was really just emotional, just a lot of other things. I don't know, I feel when you're just a teenager, even looking back at those videos, I could see where I was going, but I also see where sometimes that really didn't make sense. Anyways, y'all, the point was, in my mindset at that time, the idea that I had in my head, I was going to make a little series or something where I'm kind of just humanizing Christians. For me at that time, it felt like people seen Christianity as, I don't want to say a bad thing, but when you just hear Christians or people that love Jesus, to me how people viewed it was negative. And this was my whole thing when I was in high school. I feel some of the people that were trying to talk about me or come for me, they would always try to say something smart, you're a Christian, you can't do this, or you're a Christian, you can't feel this. And that's not true. Just because I follow Jesus and I'm Christian, it doesn't mean I'm not gonna struggle with certain things or still feel this or feel that. And so it was kind of just my way to express these feelings that I didn't want to make a normal video about. So that's why it was under the Christian Diaries. Reason why I feel I came up with the Christian Diaries, because when you well, I don't know if a lot of people even still call it this, but when you was younger, you had a little diary, you would say your emotions and stuff and feelings, and so it was just kind of my way to this is how I'm feeling, this is how I feel about this and that and that and this. And so last night I was really watching and looking back at some of the topics I had, and I'm wow, looking at it now as being 20, because at that time I was 16 going on 17, and then I stopped doing it, and I was just dang, I need to bring this back. And so for me, it's a way to just express myself, kind of my safe space too. If you kind of want to think of it as a podcast, that's what the Christian Diaries is for me. A space where I can comfortably talk about certain topics that I wouldn't usually talk about, because again, it's my little Christian diary entry. This was just something that God had gave me to do, and I just stopped doing it out of nowhere, and I literally don't even know why. Actually, I do know why, because sometimes when I'm trying to start new things, that's why as much as I would want to make this into a podcast, and honestly, who knows, maybe one day, I don't really know, y'all. I think maybe it would just be strictly just on my YouTube, a little playlist. I think I just stopped because I didn't really know what I wanted to do with it, and then I was just I want to just make it really good, really have some thought about it. And I'm just no, I'm just going to reintroduce it, and just God will definitely give me the ideas and the creativity on the way, because I just don't want to keep holding it back. Doing social media, I realized it really is really a job for real. Taking the time to edit and to record, put in your little edits, is definitely very time consuming. So I feel when I did this at that time, when I was 16, I just had a hard time keeping up with it and what I wanted to have strictly for the Christian Diaries and regular YouTube content. I think I just stopped and I just private all of them, but we're bringing it back, y'all, because I feel just at this time, and at least in my life, y'all, now I'm 20, I'm just changing, things are different. I just think I got a lot more to say, and just things that I could really talk about that'll be relatable, and to give people more insight of my life and being just living for God as a young adult, and just life in itself. And I don't know, I hope that this will be a safe space for you, or just give more insight, again, just living life as a young Christian. So I'm excited to just see what God gives me to do and just everything like that. I just don't want to keep waiting on more, because I feel like the time that is upon us now, I feel like if God is just leading you to do something, or a gift that he's given you, I feel like it's just time to start doing it, like let it happen. I feel like back in, I don't know why I'm like saying back in the day, but like a couple years ago, like I feel like I just tried to complicate a lot of things. And you know, honestly, you just have to start it and just trust in God and just watch how he will move and be a provider for the things that you need and stuff like that. Just don't overthink it and just do it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not gonna overthink it no more. I'm just gonna do it because there are things your girl has to say. I hope you guys are all having a great day, night, whatever time you guys are watching this. Let me let you guys go. Stay tuned for more, and God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, y'all. Shine out in the darkness. Lord, I know you listen. Lord, I know you promise. Soon I will be with you.